Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Most Wanted list. This is where I literally just tell you everything I want to buy right now. Today we're talking about something very exciting, which is layering. It doesn't sound exciting, but it is incredibly important because it is frigid right now in New York City. Like I've been bundled up in my apartment all day. We got a warm coffee, of course, keeping ourselves warm and toasty. Shout out Sweet Bee and Ryan Winter, of course. But layering is exciting because it adds a lot of depth to your outfits and it makes them extremely versatile. There's a complaint that I always hear about winter outfits where someone is like, I can't wear everything I want to wear because when I go inside, I'm way too warm, and when I go outside, I'm way too cold. The beauty of layering is if you do it right, you can take layers off, put them back on, hold them, and they still look cool, and your outfit is perfectly adaptable to any climate temperature. It also just looks incredibly cool if you pull it off right. So today we're talking about the layers that I think are going to make you look the best. Actually, it's for me. It's like what I want to shop for. I think they're great for anyone, but these are the things that I think would look amazing on me, that I'd love to wear, that I think anyone would love to wear, of course, and that are also warm and functional. First up, we have this gorgeous sweater from Ronning. I only knew about this because Ronning reached out and was like, hey, we'd love to send you stuff, because I followed them on Instagram, and let me tell you, this is the sweater of my dreams. I actually own this now because they sent it to me. It's perfect. It is the perfect sweater. I've been wanting like a black knit, like heavy ribbed sweater for so long that's a little bit cropped, not like cropped. When I say cropped, when I talk about a crop top, people think I'm talking about like crop top. When I say cropped, I mean it hits at my waist, like right about my belt line. That is how I like things to fit because of how my body is built. I know it's a big trend to crop things. I know cropping is in, but for me personally, I've always loved that fit of shirt. So this sweater, the fit is perfect, the materials are perfect, the color is exactly what I wanted because it's versatile for any outfit. Now that I actually have this sweater, I am obsessed with it and I want more colors. It fits perfectly. I have a size medium. I'm 6'1", about 170. It is my perfect everyday for whatever I need sweater. Next we have yet another sweater made by an influencer who started a brand. This is the Every Other Thursday Fisherman sweater. Ethan Glenn made this sweater and it sells out literally within seconds of it going up. Actually, not seconds. I don't think that's true. I went to go to the most recent re-release of this and I went 2 hours late after it had dropped. I thought it'd be okay. Totally gone. Every color, every size, gone. This sweater to me is a compliment to the Ronning sweater. The Ronning sweater, at least in a size medium for me, is not form-fitting necessarily, but it hugs my body in such a way that I can wear it with anything, regardless of like what the top layers are, what the bottom layers are. It's just perfectly in the middle of how I want everything to fit. Not too skinny, not too baggy. The Every Other Thursday sweater, it has a little bit more bagginess to it, a little bit more flow. I love that. It's not for every situation and they don't have it in black. The brown and navy are gorgeous. I needed a black sweater, so I'm glad I got the Ronning one. But the Every Other Thursday sweater, if I were to have 2 sweaters in my wardrobe, it might be just those 2. But I love the knit. It seems incredibly high quality. I've not actually held one, but they look really, really nice. The next piece is also from Every Other Thursday. It is this beautiful vest. Now, I'm a big vest guy. I love the versatility that a vest adds to an outfit and a wardrobe in general. If you need a little bit more warmth but not too much, it actually adds a lot on the warmth aspect. I thought vests were silly because like if I wanted to wear more, I just wear sleeves too. Having the core of your body warm actually helps so much with warmth everywhere else. So vests are absolutely worth it from a functionality perspective, and they look so cool and very unique. Not everyone wears them, not everyone pulls them off correctly. So if you can style it well, I think it absolutely is worth learning to do so. The fit and the look of this one from Every Other Thursday are pretty much perfect to me. So I really want to pick one of these up just to have it be itself and wear that because I think it would look fabulous. I think layering that with a nice overcoat and a thin, like, form-fitting shirt like this underneath would look so good. On to the next vest, we have this classic piece from Bronson MFG. I actually do have one of these. I think it's great. The only error I made is I got a large, and the armholes are just a little bit too small, so I'd go back, get an extra large. It is a little bit cropped. It is a little high on the waist, which is good. But along with that, the armholes just can't accommodate like a hoodie. They can accommodate a t-shirt for me, but I need a little bit more room. So getting a bigger size of this would be perfect. This is a classic military liner vest. I don't love all the like puffer vests, like gilet style vest. Is that what it's called? I don't love all of them because they can go really far down and they like feel like a dress sometimes. Nothing against dresses, but if I'm layering, I don't want that feeling. So having it be a little shorter, like this classically styled Bronson MFG vest, is more of what I'm looking for. I have tried layering the one that I have, even though it's a bit small in the shoulders. It looks really cool. It's very warm and functional. This is an absolute must for me. We're moving on to a different style altogether. We're looking at the Muji hoodies. The first is their normal faded hoodie. I think a classic classic, vintage style, faded, really well-fitting hoodie is critical in any wardrobe. I have a beautiful one from Russell Athletics. It's a blank from the 90s. And I got lucky at a vintage market and picked it up. But if you don't have that kind of luck at a random vintage store or vintage market, getting one from Muji Muji I think is the next best choice. These are sun faded, I believe. I don't know what their fading process exactly is. I think it's labeled as sun faded. So what they have is that look of being vintage and actually having that high quality vintage feel, but getting them brand new. I know there's some controversy about buying things that are worn already or faded already when you first buy them. I think if you're buying like a pair of destroyed jeans or a shirt that is like artificially very thin to mimic a vintage t-shirt, that's kind of silly. But if you're emulating wear in a way that's artistic, like I think Muji Muji does, and maintaining quality, I think it's fabulous. I have a t-shirt from Muji Muji that my sibling gave me. I love wearing it. Very high quality. It feels like my vintage t-shirts. It has that same feel of wear, and it's extremely thick, and not like thick in a way where it's like, oh, it's too thick, but the fabric is a lot nicer than modern t-shirts in many instances. Their hoodies, I believe, would be no different, and they also have this other interesting style where it's an elastic band around the bottom. If you love when a hoodie will roll up under itself and sort of give itself a little crop around your waist, this elastic, instead of having the ribbed band around the bottom of the hoodie, having it be elastic would achieve that look automatically. It's such a brilliant thing, and I don't see why more people don't do it to have that exact effect. And I would absolutely pick that up. I think a hoodie can be used even as a classy layering piece. I know we were talking about sweaters earlier and vests. Hoodies are more casual, they're more streetwear, but I love to wear them with my overcoats. I love to wear them with leather jackets. They can still look incredibly cool. They are a bit more dressed down, of course, especially if they're faded, but there's really nothing wrong with wearing a hoodie if you style it well with other nice pieces. There's also nothing wrong with just wearing cozy stuff, with wearing streetwear, like that's perfectly valid. But even from like a classic menswear perspective, a hoodie definitely has an important place in a wardrobe. The next piece is from a style that I feel somewhat trepidatious about. It's a zip-up hoodie. I've not always loved zip-up hoodies. I think that they can bunch up in weird ways when you sit down. I think that I love to just have it be in one piece around my body, having it kind of be, it just feels flimsy. You know what I mean? Like if you unzip it and it's like flopping about, it feels flimsy. There, I think, is a solution to that problem in Pool House's crop zip hoodie. This, with the crop, would remove some of the bunching issues, and it seems like it's made of nice enough fabric to not feel like too floppy and weak as a garment. I actually have one beautiful zip-up hoodie that is back home in Florida. My sibling got me this amazing surf wax hoodie from I think like the 80s or 90s. It is really thick, so it doesn't have that flimsy feeling. It's a little cropped so it doesn't bunch up too much. It's perfect. This Pool House hoodie, just based on seeing it online, feels like that sort of thing in the modern era. I think there's totally a place for that. I love wearing like big baggy pants with a cropped hoodie that's a zip up and leaving it open a little bit to show a cool t-shirt. I think that's a great look. I think you can do a lot with layering too, and also having the zip there is very functional, because if you warm up too much, you can just unzip it and have a bit more air hit you, have a bit more cool air hit you. This next piece I'm counting as a layer. It's not necessarily like a layer in the sense that it's not like you put it on as a shirt or even as pants. It's a scarf. It is this beautiful scarf from COS. I've been wanting a good scarf for a long time, and I think that it definitely has a place in my wardrobe now, given that I'm wearing a bit more classic menswear. With streetwear, I don't know if scarves fit as well. I think you can totally make them look cool, but they're not inherently a part of it necessarily. The more that I wear coats, the more that I wear trousers, the more I want one in my wardrobe. This one from COS is big. It's kind of like the equivalent of a baggy scarf. Not picked it up yet. I actually am gonna go buy one this week. Because they are modern, a lot of old school scarves, I have one. It's a little bit less like intensely warm around the neck area. This one feels more modern because of how it's very big, but it also feels a bit like classic menswear. It's kind of in that gray area, and I love that gray area. I think I'll pick one up in black because I wear a lot of monochrome black outfits, and I will report back on what I think of it actually once I'm wearing it. The very final piece on this list for this edition of the list is gonna be Uniqlo Heattech underlayers. This right now is Uniqlo Heattech. It is like 20 something degrees outside. It's maybe 50 degrees in the apartment. I refused to run the heater today, just refused to, and I feel super warm. I actually went outside to like take out trash earlier, felt super warm in this. Uniqlo Heattech is incredible for staying warm. I love wearing their pieces. And no matter what I'm wearing in the winter, if you see me on the street, regardless of what I have on top, I'm wearing Uniqlo Heattech underneath. This is not an ad. This is not an ad whatsoever. I have other thermals that I wear. I've had thermals that I've worn for like mountaineering for years, and they're great, but they just cannot measure up to how good Uniqlo Heattech is at keeping that heat in and making me feel warm and cozy no matter what the conditions are. This stuff is crazy. I would recommend getting at least one pair of leggings and a long sleeve. This one is actually a crew neck. It's a bit thicker and a bit looser than the other one that I like to wear underclothes. But get a pair of leggings, get a long sleeve that's form-fitting and light and thin. The beauty of these pieces is that I wear them under every outfit and they keep me warm so I can dress however I want to. There's a huge complaint in the winter that people will talk to me about, and they say, I can't wear what I want because it's too cold. I need to wear a parka, I need to wear these big jackets, they feel too bulky. I need to wear like very heavy lined pants. I need to wear multiple pairs of pants. That problem can be solved by wearing really good thermals, and the best ones I've found are Heattech. That is going to do it for the most wanted list today. I have other ideas, but they're a little bit different, so I'll save them for the next round of this. I hope some of those recommendations are helpful. I hope that if you pick these pieces up, you love them as much as I think I would. And if I do pick any of these up, which I think I'll pick up at least a couple, I'll report back on what I think of them later. As always, thank you so much for being here and have a great day.